Now to two major storms churning in the Atlantic. Sam Champion is standing by. He's in for Ginger, has the track and timing. But first, let's go to Whit Johnson, who's in Charleston, South Carolina. Good morning to you, Whit.
Hey, Robin, good morning. Yes, the state of emergency has been lifted here in South Carolina, and officials are now mostly focused on the impacts along the coast. Things like life-threatening rip currents and dangerous surf. We're starting to see some of these bigger waves rolling in here. Those powerful waves expected from Florida to the Carolinas, all the way up to Maryland as Imelda begins to turn offshore and head east. Waves up to 10 feet in some places. Isolated coastal flooding and beach erosion, all possible. This storm brought multiple rounds of rain to the Bahamas as well, flooding streets and shutting down businesses. At least one death reported in Cuba. But back here on the East Coast, despite some of the initial threats, most places are returning to normal operations today. Michael?
All right, thanks for that, Whit. And Sam has the track and the timing for us. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Michael. Yeah, we've got two massive storms sitting there. Just look at the cloud canopy. Goes from the tip of Florida all the way up into Massachusetts, really. So two storms, and there was a question about how they would interact because they're just 500 miles apart. Let's take them one by one. Humberto really does, as a Cat 2, weaken and pulls away. There's the little island of Bermuda, so go west a little bit north. Now find Imelda, which will strengthen into a hurricane. So we're watching Imelda actually make impact, or really close to it, to Bermuda. So this is going to be kind of tough. What's steering these? We thought they might work with each other, but what's really steering them is something that tropical systems don't like. Pushes of cold air. So we've got a couple of days, really 3 days, of cooler temperatures in the mid-Atlantic, also in the northeast. But that cold air is shoving both of these storms out into the Atlantic. Now look at the timestamp here. This is Bermuda. This is Thursday. Likely to be a Cat 2, so there's some heavy downpours of rain. But the real thing that we've got to watch out for on the east coast of the U.S., and that's everywhere, from the tip of Florida all the way up to Maine. Some big waves is number one. We've had 14-foot waves off the coast of the Carolinas right now. And we also, though it's not as big of a deal now as it would be in the peak of summer, but we've got some really warm air coming. So a lot of people might want to go to the shore. We're talking about some really rough rip currents, unsafe to swim over the entire eastern seaboard. Even though these storms don't make impact, guys, they're having a lot of problems with the waters on the east coast, beach erosion. Another thing we'll watch for.
You got to watch it for it all. All right. Do you mind if I do a sports story?
Okay, but just one, Robin.
Okay, in your zone there.